going to the Batcave, right? That's what it looks like.
It's me.
Hell yeah. Batmobile. The Batcomputer. Ooh, the blue was a good choice. I'm glad I went with that. It just looks so much better on the screen, you know?
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in. Break-in entry incident of New York City last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight.
Yeah.
And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with the voters?
They said Dent's involved in the theft. That's funny.
Attempt from a flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians.
Keep talking, man. I love that reporter.
You're now on day 3 of the factory fire that will not end. Crews have given up trying to combat the blaze at the Otisburg Processing Center.
Harvey Dent,
By Ace Chemical.
District Attorney mayoral candidate.
Started the fire, but whatever's burning in there has resisted
I think he'll be good for Gotham, but I have to steer him down the right path to get there. He's too easily swayed by anyone with power, regardless of their murky morality.
tar black smoke.
What about, Falcone?
Quite a headache for commuters this morning.
The worst kind of gangster, one who tries to mingle with high society.
Pistachio garb.
Seems to have his hands in everything, including smuggling, real estate, bribery, and fraud. I could haul him to jail, but he'd walk the next day. I could shut down one operation, but 2 would pop up in its place. His empire is vast and multi-layered. Finding hard, admissible evidence is required for a conviction.
Latest headache for the riders of Gotham's overcrowded Skyrail cars to contend with.
Mayor Hill.
Police.
Exhibit A in what's wrong with this city. Hill should have been thrown out of office years ago, but he's got his hands wrapped around Gotham's government in a death grip. He's been suspected of numerous crimes, but there's never been enough to make any of it stick. He's rotten to the core, and one day this city will realize it. Harvey's out there doing his best, and hopefully, this upcoming election will be the end of his corrupt administration.
Bringing the total number of escapees from the half-prison
How about Catwoman? New criminal on the scene. Tied to several recent break-ins. She's effective, doesn't leave many clues behind. Currently, the GCPD has no leads. Alfred. Faithful, patient, ever helpful Alfred. He's been a part of the family my whole life. Raised me when my parents were murdered and guided me when I thought I was lost. My butler, my confidant, and my most secret weapon. Complains frequently about the nightly activities, but he's still there to patch me up when I need it. That's nice. Oswald Cobblepot, aka Penguin. Crimes, arms dealing, illegal boxing, receiving stolen property. He was a childhood friend, but he's almost a stranger to me now. Just like me, his family fell apart here in Gotham. Went off to boarding school in England, and there our paths diverged. He seems to have fallen into a life of crime. The last 2 decades gave him a lengthy rap sheet and a strange nickname. The Penguin? What happened to you, Oz? I think, you know, we don't need to read all of them.
Hill says he's tough on crime, but since his election, violence in Gotham has skyrocketed. And when he was presented with legislation that would have dismantled organized crime in the city, he vetoed it, killing Gotham's chance for a safer future. Maybe that's because the rumors of Hill's connections to some of Gotham's most notorious mafia families are true. We don't need another gangster running the city. We need a crime-fighting hero. With over 200 successful convictions, District
a lot.
Attorney Harvey Dent just might be the hero Gotham needs. But But he can't save our city alone. He needs your help. He believes that together we can make a dent in Gotham's crime. But
DA
it
Dent
starts
pressures mayor
with
to decry vigilantes.
vote for Harvey Dent and elect a real crime fighter to Gotham's mayoral seat.
Harvey Dent calls upon the mayor's office to take a public stand against a wave of vigilante action sweeping the streets. Mayor Hill cannot expect the DA's office to prosecute cases on any criteria other than the law.
Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with
Dent has taken a firm stand against vigilantism in Gotham, from the uptick in citizen-led shootings to the costumed superhero Batman. Dent is currently enjoying a surge in popularity with one of the lowest criminal backlog indexes in the state. His groundbreaking Victims Assistance Program was part of the platform that drove his most recent successful bid for re-election, since becoming Gotham's youngest district attorney at age 26. That's young.
Whatever's burning in there has resisted everything the fire department has thrown at it. They're recommending people avoid the area and seek immediate treatment if you happen to breathe in any of that tar black smoke.
Okay.
And one mobster's murder caused quite a headache for commuters this morning. The body of
The
Falcone
back computer
family
should be able to read whatever
Pistachio
data is on that stolen
Garofalo
drive.
was found hanging off the side of the 4th Street Bridge sometime just before dawn.
Nearly fell off a building for this.
Random stabbings are the latest headache for the riders of Gotham's overcrowded Skyrail cars to contend with.
That's really cool, too. The chair coming up like that.
Riders receiving abdominals from a nice
Let's find out what was so important.
while pressed into the tight quarters with fellow passengers.
Of course, I have stupid questions in my head, like, okay, he has this money, so he was able to build this stuff, but who helped him build it? He didn't just construct it all on his
Manor
own.
has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a gymnasium, a basketball court, and a movie theater. And yet I always find you here.
It's like the meth lab in Breaking
Dark,
Bad.
damp cave
Gus's lab. People helped him build
in
it.
front of a computer.
I'm more at home here than the rest of the house, you know that.
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that, Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process,
What are we looking at?
let me try a different angle.
Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I have to spin the other way, I think, yeah.
This is a map of the east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things. Money, weapons, drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. I would have been tempted to be far less polite. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
I had everything under control.
It's true. I've seen you take down worse thugs. But I'd already sewn you up once tonight, and I had no interest in a repeat performance. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
I don't like being compared to a common criminal.
No, I think you're missing the point. You have to admit you've been drawing a lot of attention to yourself, and not the playboy billionaire buys new yacht kind of attention. Yeah, I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out, Al. Trust me.
Miss Vale noticed your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever.
You're right. I should have canceled the event.
But I know how much pressure you're under. I don't mean to add to it.
It's okay. I know you're only looking out for me.
If we make a suit that fits me, we can trade places some night. Though I'm not partial to heights.
That wouldn't be good.
And worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
I thought I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed, you two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both were. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his park, I think you will.